Adventures by Disney River Cruises with AmaWaterways. What makes them different? When most people hear the words Disney vacation, they immediately picture theme parks, roller coasters, or maybe one of the giant Disney ocean ships. So when I mention that Disney also offers river cruises through Europe, I usually get a very confused look. And honestly, the first question is almost always, wait, are there Disney characters walking around the ship? And the answer is no. These sailings are actually something completely different, and today I wanted to talk about them because I think a lot of people misunderstand what Adventures by Disney River Cruises with AmaWaterways actually are. Hi everyone, this is Lena with Seven Heaven Travel. I specialize in river cruises and luxury travel experiences, and today we're talking about one of the more unique partnerships in river cruising, Adventures by Disney with AmaWaterways. And honestly, I can see why these trips have such a loyal following. This isn't your typical family vacation, and it's not a typical river cruise either. It's more like a mix of immersive European travel, smaller ship cruising, and guided family experiences, all combined together. Now first, one thing I think is important to clarify right away is that these are still AmaWaterways ships. So if you're familiar with AmaWaterways already, you still have the smaller ships, included excursions, beautiful European itineraries, multiple dining venues, wellness activities, and the overall atmosphere that river cruisers already love about Ama. The Adventures by Disney layer is really about how the experience is guided and experienced. And honestly, the biggest difference seems to be the adventure guides. The guides seem to be a huge part of what makes these trips special. From everything I've learned about the experience, I can see why. These are Disney cast members who travel with guests throughout the journey. They help coordinate excursions, activities, logistics, storytelling, and the overall guest experience from beginning to end. The guides almost feel like part concierge, part storyteller, and part travel companion. That's what makes these trips feel more personal. It's not just about traveling through Europe, it's about experiencing it together in a more connected and memorable way. I can really see why river cruising works so well for multi-generational travel. You may have grandparents traveling with children and grandchildren. One person wants an active excursion, another wants a slower-paced walking tour. Someone else just wants to sit on the sun deck and enjoy the scenery. And what's nice about river cruising is that everybody can kind of travel at their own pace during the day while still sharing the overall experience together. Then everybody comes back on board afterward and reconnects over dinner or while sailing to the next destination. And I actually think that's one of the biggest advantages of river cruising in general. You unpack once. The ship moves through Europe for you. You dock right in the center of these beautiful towns and cities. And there's just a rhythm to river cruising that feels slower, calmer, and much more connected to the destination. One thing I've always liked about this style of travel is how it naturally brings families together and creates real quality time. Instead of everyone splitting off into different activities, people naturally come back and share what they experienced during the day. That makes a lot of sense, especially today when everyone is constantly busy and distracted. I also realized this isn't just for families with young kids. There are even adult-only departures, which really changes how most people might think about it. Because this isn't about cartoons or character meet and greets, it's really about storytelling, immersive travel, guided experiences, convenience, and highly personalized service. And I think the Disney name can sometimes make people assume it's just for kids, but the reality feels a lot more sophisticated than that. One thing that stood out to me is how much the adventure guides actually handle throughout the trip, from logistics and excursions to helping throughout the day and even capturing moments along the way. For multi-generational travel, that kind of support makes a huge difference. Europe sounds simple in theory, but once you're coordinating transport, meals, schedules, and different interests, it gets complicated fast. That's exactly where this style of travel starts to make a lot of sense. I also looked into the itineraries, which include some of Europe's most iconic rivers like the Rhine, Danube, Rhone, and Holland and Belgium routes. And honestly, the Christmas market cruises are the ones that sound especially incredible to me, combining that festive atmosphere with guided local experiences that really bring everything to life. If someone is looking for big ocean ships, casinos, late-night parties, or massive onboard entertainment, this probably isn't it. Because the best travel experiences happen when the style actually fits the traveler. And what stands out to me most is how this concept builds on river cruising by adding another layer focused on families, storytelling, and shared experiences. At the end of the day, it's not really about the name or even the ships. It's about creating shared memories through travel. Those are the kinds of trips people tend to remember forever. If you've been curious about family river cruising or wondering whether Adventures by Disney is worth considering, I do think this partnership offers something genuinely unique in the river cruise world. If you'd like help comparing Adventures by Disney sailings, regular AmaWaterways cruises, or figuring out which river or itinerary may fit your family best,
please feel free to reach out. You can email me at info@sevenheaventravel.com or visit sevenheaventravel.com for more information. And if you're enjoying this series, make sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing more videos to help you understand river cruising and plan the trip that's right for you.